Women of Reddit, what can men do or say that instantly makes you lose interest in them? Your boobs could be bigger. I was at this party, being social, playing beer pong. This guy, Travis, comes up to me and starts talking. We hit it off, decide to talk outside and share a few beers. Then his friend comes up and asks me if I'd like to play another round of beer pong. I said, sure, I'll see you there. Travis looks to me and says in baby voice, you're mine. I saw how he looked at you. Don't leave me. Gag, possessiveness and baby voice are both scary and off-putting. Say for example, we're on a date. Please, put your phone away. If it's work related, I'll be understanding. But checking your Facebook or texting friends to ask what's up pisses me off. We're both taking time out of our schedule to hang out and that makes me isolated and disrespected. I just searched this whole thread, so talking about StarCraft 2 is totally cool, then? You're so educated, well-traveled, inquisitive, well-rounded, accomplished. For a girl, I feel like we're almost equals. Puke in my mouth a little bit. Blatantly hitting on other women while we're out on a date. I went on a date with a guy who stuck out his neck to check out our server as she was walking past. When they let me know how expensive a date was, I always offer to pay for myself. Don't go bitching about how I cost you. A guy once showed me a spreadsheet of how much he spent on me. Instant ladder and a color. So, I'm guessing there was no spreading on any sheets. I drank all this beer vodka and still drove home. Nothing like begging about drinking and driving to turn me off. Man, so I'm talking with this girl, right? And she's so hot. Like drop dead gorgeous. What a dime. Perfect butt. But yeah, she. Double quote. I get it. She was attractive. I don't know if you're trying to make me jealous, or what. I was talking with this guy, who seemed to be on the right track and told me he was interested in me. A little bit further into one of our conversations he mentioned that he was dropping out of all of his college classes. Then followed it up with I don't think my girlfriend would like if I was spending this much time with you. Speechless. Reading is a waste of time. Nope, that's a deal breaker. Even if you don't like something, it's probably a bad idea to call it a waste of time on a first date, or at all, really. When a guy brags about himself. The other night I actually had a guy tell me, my body is better than any other guy in this bar and my dong is bigger too. I guarantee it. I don't freaking care. Your personality is crap. Don't talk to me. You know, I have a thing for ethnic women. Anything in a condescending tone. I have met tons of finance guys and I've met plenty of them who immediately assume I'm one of those girls hired based on looks. They'll start name dropping clients and deals with their ridiculous code names. Project Golden Parachute, Project Chameleon, Project Bamboo Forest, etc. Since it's the closest to Hollywood glam type of spy missions they could get. If it's a secret, don't treat me like an idiot for not knowing it because you can't tell me anything about it. And if I can match your finance knowledge and argue back, cute in a derisive, mock paternal tone is the fastest way to make me want to smash my plate over your head. You might want to consider dating outside your industry. I had a boyfriend who would make a lesbian joke every time I went to hang out with a female friend. He's not my boyfriend anymore. He wanted a threesome. I just hate when you're on a date and the guy doesn't look even remotely interested in what you say, and he just keeps talking about himself like he is so interesting. It seriously turns me off if you don't know what my job is after a date. Sorry for my English guys. French Canadian here. I'm here to take notes. I went on a date with a guy who kept interrupting me every time I was talking. Literally, every time I opened my mouth he would interrupt me. He would even ask me questions, but then interrupt my answer. Every time. Later on that night online I told him I wasn't interested in seeing him again unless he stopped interrupting me. And was he aware he does it? And was it just because of nerves? He stopped talking to me and I never heard from him again. So yeah, if every time I open my mouth and start talking you interrupt and talk over me, so often that I end up glaring at you. How he didn't notice this I don't know. You're an butt, and I don't want you. Getting hit on while I'm working. I have things to do. I can't sit here for 10 minuets listening to you ramble some overused pickup lines. Maybe for a few sonatas, but definitely no minuets. Chewing with their mouth open. Till the turn-offs for girls and guys are extremely similar. Dudes who are overly high on themselves are just gross to me, walking around like you're a super stud, God's gift to women. If he thinks there are circumstances in which a woman is obligated to have physical intimacy with him, then nope. Don't try and tell me what I should do in bed. A man should know how to pleasure a woman without needing directions. Yeah, right. Not all bodies are created equal. Now let me tell you what works for me, or I'll kick you out and do it better myself. Don't get me wrong. Feel free to try what you want and show me what you've got. But if you're not interested in adjusting to what works for me, nothing turns me on more than a woman who helps me get her off. When they do something dickish, and then call you a beef for calling them out on it. It may have already been mentioned, but I once went on a series of dates with a man who drank more than he should on a date. He then got extremely jealous protective. He thought it was macho and gallant. I just thought he looked like an idiot. Maybe it would be flattering if I were in any sort of threatening situation, but just because another man exchanged pleasantries with me in a public place is no reason to start a fight. Might be of an ex or anything similar. You sound bitter and nobody likes a whiner. She might have sucked, but calling her a B or a C makes me suspect you have a problem with women. Also, variations on I'm smart. I just don't work hard. It's okay if you don't have your crap completely together, but that's a really stupid reason, so you probably shouldn't share it. Same thing when a guy talks bad about his mom. It's just annoying. WHNDIFNDU online EVNFUHVE no mutual FRNDS. LK on FB or whatever, and thy STRT bluntly hitting on you where typing like thy HVE a broken keyboard or brain. Upside is, I'm now fluent at reading stupid. I wish that was difficult for me to read. Bad-mouthing your ex-girlfriend in front of me. When a man acts as if there is no possible way I could be more intelligent than him. As if everything I say or do is cute and of no real importance because I'm a woman. Sadly, it's happened a lot lately on dates and it makes me literally just want to closed fist punch them in the ballsack. If we just met, don't launch into how much money you make. I don't care. And it makes you look like a jerk who only cares about finances. Also, don't act like a frat boy. When they text like this and it takes me a few minutes to decode hi BBZWNACHL. That was an actual message I received once. Men, please look literate and intelligent when you text. You wouldn't want to sound like an idiot when you speak to us. So why would you want to do it in text form? On the other hand, instant ladder when he uses 4-syllable words and differentiates between there and there. Or maybe it's just me. Men you hardly know calling you babe, or God forbid, mate. I hate reading. I don't pay attention to the news, current events. I hate history. I once had a guy drop all 3 of these on me. Only lifeless nerds play Dungeons and Dragons, or anything similar. Frick you. My Dragonborn Paladin is absolutely beautiful and glorious. Had a guy tell me that playing D&D was beneath him. B. You best check yourself before you wreck yourself. I'm a DM and I take this crap seriously. Scribble scribble scribble. MHMM. MHMM. So what you're telling me is I shouldn't be a jerk? Be clingy obsessive 5 minutes after we met. Correcting me on every single thing I mess up on. I flub my words sometime. Okay, doesn't mean you should be, and but. On the other hand, I like being corrected as long as you're not a douche about it. Say it in a way where my attitude will be, oh, cool, I learned something new. I love learning from my partner. Quit talking about how much you lift. I can guarantee you that it will not impress me. Lol, get into the kitchen and make me a sandwich. The jokes get worse when you're female that works at Subway. I'm going to drop kick, shoot, nail, whatever that cat. I'm not setting up to be the next crazy cat lady or anything, but animal abuses make me ill. Asking for pictures within the first day that we know each other. It's really annoying and honestly kinda pathetic. I feel like all they want to do is judge me on how I look, like my worth is there instead of anything else. Equally annoying is when I politely turn down their suggestion to send them pics, and then they nag me every chance they get until I have to forcefully shoot them down. At which point I'm berated for being a B. I'm sorry, no woman should have to deal with this, and it goes both ways. I don't ask men for pictures, and they shouldn't ask me. Eventually I'll offer please don't push matters. I once had a boyfriend that once jokingly asked me to find out the color of my friend's tea because she's Indian. That seriously revolted me. Should have asked him to get a picture of his black friend's dong. I've been with a couple of guys who had really short tempers, never towards me, but road rage and things like that. Once I pointed it out, they tried to time it a lot, but it's a turn off. I had a white guy at a bar try to chat me up, and in the span of 5 minutes managed to use the N-word and say that he did not read much like reading. I'm Indian, too, so it's hardly a safe bet to assume I'm okay with xenophobic slurs. There was a particularly wealthy guy I was seeing casually who would flaunt his money like a goddamn peacock. I mean, you don't get to choose your upbringing, but he just is generally ungrateful for the fact that he has no debt and will never have to worry about making ends meet. Come visit me in the Hamptons. I got a new Range Rover for graduation. I party with a VCI. How does one refrain from rolling their eyes? On the contrary, I have met really nice Ivy League kids who have said to me, verbatim, my parents are rich. I have nothing. I haven't made anything yet. TLDR. If you're a rich guy, stop spending $60 at a bar on dollar draft night for all your friends and offering to take girls to Top of the Hub. You're attracting crappy people because you act like a C. You have been visited by the ingenious Joe. Comment brain so you always see the glass half full. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.